It's been a crazy week, and more important than the sell-off that we saw in stocks as a whole over the last few days has been the dramatic impact on some of the big technology companies just ahead of their big tech earnings. Maria, these stocks lost over almost $300 billion in market cap in just a few short days. But even more important than that has been the spike that we're seeing in volatility. In many cases, up almost 50% in just a couple of days. So I think what's important here is these stocks seem haunted ahead of Halloween, not just because of rising COVID, because of delayed stimulus, because of election uncertainty, but because of those three crazy numbers, 230. It's the content moderation policies that will weigh on these companies well after the blowout earnings that they might have. So we are optimistic about the earnings, but we're cautious on these companies because increasingly there's going to be scrutiny on these firms. Look elsewhere where there's strong economic growth. You see Ford's blowout earnings last night. You're going to see great durable goods like you saw last quarter. GDP is going to be unbelievable. So there's lots of good news, but not necessarily in the big tech world where they're in big trouble. Some of the names that have really benefited over the last few years, even under any administration, you may see a market rotation into some of the areas where the valuations are more attractive. And as we talk about the idea of additional stimulus under any administration into next year, that stimulus is going to be more targeted. And it's probably going to be more targeted towards small businesses. So as a small business owner, we think that's actually a good thing because it's going to foster innovation. The idea is that the local deli needs the stimulus. Amazon doesn't need the stimulus. So I think under any plan, it's going to be smarter, more focused. That's going to benefit Main Street, Maria. It's going to benefit the cities. It's going to benefit small businesses. And I think overall, it's going to benefit the economy, not just in consumer spending, but it's also going to benefit more additional capital spending, which overall we get a multiplier effect. Maria, we're hearing anecdotally from businesses all around the country looking at selling before year end. It's creating a flurry of activity. People are saying, look, if capital gains rates are going to go up, I'm going to sell my business now. And that's not necessarily a good thing. We don't want to see transactions just for tax purposes. But the positives are that's not baked in stone. We don't know where tax policy is going to be. We just know lower taxes are better for Main Street. Higher taxes are not necessarily going to be better for the economy as a whole.